The 2007 vote will include a Libertarian on the ballot for Louisiana Governor. Lee Horne is running for office against Republican Bobby Jindal and Democrats Foster Campbell and Walter Boisseau. Lee Horne joins us in the studio live this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
I'm glad to be here. And by the way, it is a little foggy on the southwest side of town. I was overnighting at the Moose Lodge private RV park on my overnight to get here in time for this show.
So be careful out there this morning.
Yes.
Lee, I need to ask you, why are you in this race?
I am a product of the 50s and 60s and the college era of that time, and I came to a realization when I had to deal with my father's estate that this wasn't anything like what we had promised each other when I was in college. And I said, somebody has to do something about this and make it right. I approached a few of the congressmen that I knew through the Times, and I said, what are we doing? You know, what's going on? And they said, well, that's the way that it is today. And I said, yeah, I know. That's why I'm talking to you. What are we going to do about it? And they told me there was nothing I could do about it, and that kind of made me very irritated, because you've heard over and over again, I'm sure, that the only thing necessary for evil to survive and thrive is for good people to sit around and do nothing. So I decided I would get up and do something, and I started running for governor in 2003.
What do you see as the big issues in this year's governor's election?
Employment, education, prosperity for the state, some health care. I hear a lot about how bad the roads are in Louisiana, and I'm here to tell you, traveling up and down the roads, a lot of the roads are very, very good. Our major highways, yes, they are in trouble. But our state roads and our parish roads, for the most part, they're excellent, because that's where I spend most of my time. I've put in well in excess of 100,000 miles since I started this campaign. And I've traveled a lot of the roads. And the roads are good for the most part, but our major highways do need a lot of work, and we are making great progress on four-laning north-south roads. But we need to finish up things like I-49 and get people able to come into the state. It's important to be able to get from north to south Louisiana, but it's also very important that people coming into our state have a good first impression. And when you hit the border and you can go bounce, 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 yeah, I know I'm in Louisiana, we need to fix that.
A lot of the other candidates in the race, Bobby Jindal, Walter Boisseau, Foster Campbell, all have some form of political experience. Lee, what type of political experience do you have out there that would help you if elected governor?
I ran for sergeant at arms in the 6th grade. Other than that, I worked in a salvage yard. I managed the $1 million a year salvage operation for several years, and I'm fairly experienced in delegating the authority. And after all, the governor's job, while executive, it's executive to the extent that you find good people and you make sure they get the job done.
Any concern on your part, though, going against someone like Bobby Jindal, who has a $5 million war chest? Foster Campbell, we're told, somewhere in the $1 million range. Walter Boisseau, a lot of political connections. You're going up against some big names here.
Yes, I am, and I'm going up against somebody who actually had God tell him he had to run for governor. And I did get together with my pastor when that came out, and we prayed about this situation as well, and said, you know, if you're telling this person that he's supposed to run for governor, you know, I need to know if I'm supposed to stand down because of that. And I didn't get a message telling me to stand down, so I'm here.
Okay. Lee Horne, Libertarian candidate for Louisiana Governor. Good luck in this election. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
the opportunity.